Recently we caught up with Andrew, who's head of product over in the R&D lab. Today we're going to go meet him again, this time upstairs, and we're going to talk about the importance of the team collaborations that we have here at Muc-Off. Andrew, Muc-Off has built a reputation for pushing the limits of performance and innovation. Can you take us back to the start of this journey and the collaborations with the teams that sparked this?
Yeah, so it all really began in about 2014 when we were working with Team Sky, which is obviously now Team Ineos. Back then, when we first started working with them, they were really pushing us to develop a lubricant that could withstand the harsh conditions through some of the toughest Grand Tours, toughest stage races that they endured. Because at that time, nothing that we had in the range or anybody else was offering was able to withstand the longevity during those harsh conditions. And what they were feeding back to us was that any lubricant they were using was either washing off during a race, or the mechanics were having to top it up during the race. You've probably seen those crazy clips of mechanics kind of hanging out the window of the car, reapplying the lube mid-stage race. So that was one of the real kind of sparking points that the mechanics were giving us feedback to really improve and develop on, which sparked an amazing opportunity for us to really go back, look at what we had, analyse and assess, and really kind of hatch a plan moving forward on how can we develop a lube that really satisfies the riders and the mechanics' needs. So it was a really interesting project to get stuck into. And from there, we really went into the lab, looked at the science, looked at the chemistry of the formulation and what needed to happen to take it to that next level. And we're really, able to bring some exciting tech from the aerospace and kind of space industries in terms of the lubricants and the esters and some of the extreme pressure additives that are used in those spaces, and kind of transform them into quite a unique blend that we were able to push into the final product through many iterations. But that is essentially how the Hydrodynamic lube was born as a result of that.
It's pretty fascinating to sit here and listen to just how much development that you had to go through to get to that final stage. When I was at the tour recently, I sat down with Carsten from Ineos, and he mentioned just the importance of the dyno testing along the course of this journey.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more about how that works?
As a result of the iterations through the formula, one quite unique challenge that arose of that was Carsten from the team really pushing us to offer some data to kind of back up the durability, the efficiencies that were able to be had as a result of using the Hydro Lube, which led us to develop the dynos, which we obviously previewed and kind of went into a slightly deeper dive in the previous video. But nobody else at that time was able to offer that. It was all just subjective testing, or the feel or the feedback that the rider was giving to the mechanic in terms of just hearing chain noise, or ultimately that is metal to metal contact, and that's what we as a lubricant manufacturer really aim to reduce and stop from happening. So we wanted to take that one step further, take it into the lab, into a controlled environment where we're able to actually measure the watt losses, measure the efficiency gains that the lubricant can provide, and then feed that back to the team, which was amazing because then they could look at it, it's black and white, it's on paper, we've got the data to justify it, coupled with the real world testing, the rider input, and go from there. So
yeah, it's a fascinating and in-depth journey, isn't it?
Yeah, massively, massively.
So when we were at the tour recently, we actually had a chance to chat with the mechanics, and we listened to some of the requests that they had to make with us at the moment, but we know that in the past there have been a great many requests. One of the more popular ones seems to be this brush, and they're always looking for new updated versions or different requests for different use cases. Can you explain to us how this all came about?
Yeah, so obviously the collaboration between Muc-Off and the team continued past the point of Hydro being born. It then really quickly led into these two products actually. So the drivetrain detailing brush you've got here, but actually the drivetrain cleaner as well, which at the time they were using degreasers or even things like white spirits that were really harsh, and not only are they harsh on the bike, but they're actually harsh on the mechanic's hands. And we had instances where they were reporting that the degreasers and the chemicals that they were using at the time were just burning through their skin, because it's just horrible stuff. It's not designed to be used for that case. So again, that sparked quite a unique challenge for us to be able to develop a really high performance yet biodegradable drivetrain cleaner, which is what we have here. and that allowed them to thoroughly degrease and kind of clean the chain down really effectively and efficiently without obviously burning their skin, and remaining safe on all the components that are used around a drivetrain. Obviously ensuring that it wasn't, degreasing things like bearing grease in all those areas where you don't want to be taking grease out. So yeah, we put a lot of work and development into the drivetrain cleaner formula, again, coupled with, the Pro Tool mechanic feedback. But that also then led into the drivetrain detailing brush, because one thing they really love to do, it's a bit of a pro team mechanic hack, is they take the tool keg that we offer and they put that in the bottle cage mount, and then they basically pour the drivetrain cleaner in, submerge the brush, and then use it as like a paintbrush system, to just quickly apply it onto the chain rings and obviously the jockey wheels and the chain. And that's just the way that they love to work. They're under so much time constraint, they've got many bikes to get through. So we developed that with them. And at the time I think it was an old paintbrush style, get from your typical hardware store that they were using. But again, coupled with the harsh chemical that was being used at the time, those brushes and particularly the bristles were just falling apart. So we thought, how can we make this brush not only suitable for them to use, but bring some interesting little design details in there as well, through the bristle material, ensuring it was durable, yet effective, and then things like kind of overmolding the handle as well with a soft touch TPR, so it's actually grippy for them to use in use when they, their hands are kind of slippery or they've got a lot of water around the rest of the bike. So yeah, really good combination of two tools that are still being used to this day at the tour races, and by many other people as well around the world. So
yeah, that's fascinating, and they're under a lot of pressure, like you said, under 3 minutes per bike to wash per mechanic each day. So if the lube journey started 11 years ago now with Hydro, we've since had the introduction of Project Green, and what is the evolution from Hydro to what we have now?
So the evolution is Ludicrous AF, which is the fastest race-winning lube in the world. And that came as a result of continually innovating, continually trying to improve the products. And obviously we got Hydro to an amazing phase in its kind of development and history and kind of use. But we then set ourselves a challenge: what's the next step? What's the next goal? Where does that go from here? And that was to really make not only a faster race lube, but also bring some biodegradable technology into it.
If the lube journey started around 11 years ago with Hydro and the collaboration of the teams, where has the journey gone since then? We've had the introduction of Project Green, and I know there are different lubes available now. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so the next lube that we continued on from the Hydro is the Ludicrous AF. So the goal there was to improve the performance of the Hydro lube, bring in some biodegradable technology. Again, really just through iteration, continual development, and a real passion to innovate and bring the best lubricants to the market possible, coupled with some of the new dyno and tribology testing that we've got next door in an R&D lab. We are able to just continue that iteration. So again, looking at other industries outside of the bicycle lubrication space and bringing them into what was the start of the Ludicrous AF. So yeah, like I touched on, the real goal there was to ensure that we were using 100% readily biodegradable esters and base oils, and create quite a unique blend, which we didn't actually think was possible to start with. But by looking outside of the industry, bringing some amazing new technologies into it, we were able to create something that was not only incredibly fast, but could endure all weather conditions. It had the ability to bond to the links of the chain and really deliver the lubricating kind of technology to exactly where it needed to be. And that was quite a unique challenge, in terms of the chemistry and the performance engineering of it. And that was coupled with a lot of R&D and again, performance input testing from the teams to really iterate different formulas, ensure that it was offering us the absolute highest level of performance possible before we were ready to launch that to the world. And kind of to further that, it then led into some of the hour records, which we've touched on before. So obviously Brad's hour record, Dan Bingham, Ghana, and then multiple kind of Grand Tour stage wins. So yeah, really amazing technology that's packaged in there, and great that people are able to access that and kind of use it on their bikes too.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's always fascinating talking to you to hear the passion, but also just the hours and the development that goes into every one of these products. Andrew, thank you very much for taking the time again today. I've seen your desk. I know you're busy, so we'll let you get on.
No problem.
We'll see you again soon.
Great chatting to you, Chris. Thanks.